This is the early morning on the second day of my wild camping adventure, where I found an incredible pitch under the ridge of Knockacullion in Leitrim, Ireland. On my way back from camp this morning, I decided to take a slight detour to investigate what looked like a deep gorge and a distant waterfall I'd spotted on the way up. The light was amazing, a vivid orange glow, a true golden hour like nothing I'd ever experienced before. This video stands on its own, but if you're curious about day one, which included a tough hike through deep heather and an overnight camp where temperatures dropped below zero, you can find a link to that video at the end of this one. As I said, I'm going to take a slightly different route down. So I've set up my map, orientated it to point north. And the way I would do that is I take the main grid lines here, the longitude there, line those up with my compass pointing north, so I know in that direction there, that is north. I got as far as this point and found a great camp, and I came straight up from this direction, but I want to head over here to this gorge area. 800 meters distance there, walking at 4 kilometers an hour will give me 12 minutes, so I reckon about 14 minutes and I should be on that flat area, and from there I'll take another bearing heading down. I'll show you that when I get there. And I hold the compass up and that's telling me I need to be heading off in that direction. So I'm going to be aiming for that slight hump sticking out of the ridge. So I'll be able to put my compass away, just check my timings, and I should see that most of the way down. And if it does disappear as I get further down, then I'll take another bearing. It was damn cold there to start with, but of course we've got clear skies here, so that's hardly surprising. And it is mid-October now. So let's take off this warm jacket. As the saying goes, be bold, start cold. I can soon warm up anyway. Let's go. The campsite cleared away. Great spot. I've marked it up. I'll definitely be coming back here again. Right, off we go. 12 to 15 minutes we said. Let's see how we do. Using the stopwatch on my phone is so inconvenient because I got it tucked into my trouser pocket. I've been looking at a number of watches. All I need is a basic one that's rugged. I used to have a GoPro years and years ago, and I was turning the house upside down looking for it there the other day, and my wife finally admitted, because she got fed up with me pulling pieces out that she threw out years ago. Jeez, why do they do this? Well, I have no idea. Anyway, so I've been looking at other G-Shocks. I'm pretty sure it's what I need. So many of them now if you've gone to look for one, but every time I see one I think, oh yeah, I'll have that. And then you look at another one and you think, oh yeah, I'll have that one, that'll be better. And there's hundreds of them. So I really don't know which one to get. Anyone got any ideas? Let me know. It'd be interesting to see what other people are using. Maybe get some advice if I haven't got one by the time I've edited this and sent it out. All right, let's keep going here. It's getting a bit rough, so I'll have to put the GoPro away while I concentrate, especially as I'm waking up here this morning. Don't want to pull any muscles or anything. But yeah, look at that behind me. That's where I'm heading for. God, it looks beautiful over there this morning. Great. Great day. Great to be alive on days like this. Well, great to be alive anyway, but it's even better today. And I see already the flat area that the map showed me there earlier. Very distinctive as I come over the ridge. Oh wow, that's Loch Allen. Massive loch, Midlands of Ireland. God, it's looking beautiful today. What a great view. Well, most people don't get to see this, but if you're out hiking regularly, you'll know what I mean. You get to places where the average person doesn't. It's fantastic. Look at that. Oh my God. I've got to stop and take a bit of a panoramic of that. Oh my God, that's beautiful. So that is the flat area there. I do hear slight noise in the distance, almost as if I can hear the waterfall. But it may actually be in that area. Looks more like it from here, but that'll be a trip for another day if it is. I'm just going to be heading off down here and following the gorge across, and then cutting across to the right where the car will be. Absolutely stunning here today. If I didn't have to crack on for work, I'd be mooching around here a bit. Bit of a gully, so I'll stick to the left of that. These poles are brilliant in this sort of terrain. Yesterday I don't think I'd have managed to have gotten over all those hillocks, because every step is a step over a heather bush and down into sometimes an unknown gap. So poles have been great for steadying, but also feeling if there's a bigger hole there than you anticipate. Yeah, toes are still cold in the boots. Once I get going here, they'll soon warm up. I think I better stop filming and start using the poles, otherwise I'm going to fall flat on my face. Little stream here over to my left. Can't see it, so I'll stay slightly away from it at the moment. I think the 12-minute timing might be a bit ambitious in this terrain. Not that it matters, the visibility is that good. All you need to do is take a bearing to make sure you're on the right track, but that's all good practice. There's a waterfall over there. It's A1. I think that's probably the one I'd spotted. I'm not actually heading for it. I know where it is now, so that's a trip for another day. And possibly look to camp above the waterfall. And that would be something. I'm sure that would be special. I'd say there'd be a pitch over there somewhere. This is the flat area just down here that I was taking my timing to. So once I get down there, I'll check, see how I've got on. It took me just over 20 minutes to get to where I'd planned. I was taking it easy. I'd actually had a couple of short breaks, which I didn't pause the phone because it's too awkward to keep getting out of my pocket. So it was close, but no cigars. I've come over now to the Gorge area and just take a look at this. So I think I'll follow this down. I'll get down there a bit more, but if we look over there, that's the waterfall area. I was very tempted to head over there, but I just don't have time this morning. So I think next time I come up, it will be up from the same side, along the ridge to the north of Stephen Erin, and see if there's anything worthwhile camp-wise up there. I'm sure there will be. If the worst comes to the worst, I can always head across this lovely gorge and up to just about up there is where I camped, in that vicinity below the peak. That's a great spot. So I actually wouldn't mind doing that campsite again, but no point in trying to repeat myself. I'll be heading up there next time. I'm just on this flat area here above the gorge. We can see that there's two streams joining, and I'm going to be following this down to that point there and joining that track and back down to the car. One gorge to my left going up this way, and the other one which is heading off to the waterfall. Next time I'll be aiming to come across here along this ridge and camp somewhere above that waterfall. Going from the map to ground, one of the streams now down that gorge, and it joins at that point there. You can see the Y, just about make out the Y, and the other stream is going up in that direction towards the waterfall. And I'll be going down and just following the gorge along. Sheep are wondering, who the hell's that? We never get anyone up here. Yeah, if this was easier to access, this would be packed, it'd be crowded, but everything worthwhile needs effort, and I'm happy to do that. And there's more. Yeah, I decided to stay a bit higher up, and I'm glad I decided that, because there isn't easy tracks down there. I think it's time to head away from the ravine area and head back towards the car. Still a fair way to go, so I better be making some tracks. So just one last piece of navigation, just to use the map more than the compass. We're on this stretch here now. We should see another river coming in to this main one on my left. Then I'm following that down to that point there, where that's the track that leads me back to the car. If we look up, see the stream that's coming in just around about there and joining, and then we'll be heading further down. There's a kink there going slightly right and then left, and just where it starts turning left, the track is there. So that's really just taking the map to the land and just making sure that what you're actually seeing on the map you can actually translate to the land. I'm back in the deep heather again. Got a fair way to go in it as well, but I think I'll head over to that lighter area and then down. Certainly worth it getting over to the gorge area. That was beautiful, fantastic. I think it's added on another hour to my journey getting back, but no harm. So this is the second stream that is connecting up to the main river. Oh, I was just about to say a bit tricky underfoot. Isn't that nice? Beautiful. Yeah, I'm really pleased I took the detour today. Excellent. Put the camera away while I get across these slippery rocks. Well, I've been blessed on this hike. I hadn't expected any of this. I just thought I was going to have a long, tough hike up and down a very heathery landscape, which I have had, but it's been well worth it just to see what I'm seeing here now. Totally unexpected. And the thing with it here over in Ireland, in Leitrim, there's just no one else around. Now, it's not easy to get to this. You have to really want to. I didn't know about it and just came across it. I'll certainly be marking it up for another visit. Last long heather-filled walk back to the track. These poles are a godsend. And this heathery area, and getting up here as well, like four-wheel drive. Good thing about these poles is that I've got this piece here, so I can drop down from here to here, shorten them for getting up steep areas like this. This wouldn't be easy on a normal day, but with a heavy wild camping pack on my back, it's much tougher. One look back. Say tough terrain, not easy, but well worth it. Well worth the effort. So I've come along the gorge, and from about that point started heading across to here. And the middle of those trees really is where I'll pick up the track. Knockacullion there behind me is looking absolutely stunning with the clear blue sky and the reflection. It's really something. That's added about 2 hours to my trip, I'd say. Although I haven't been tracking it too much really. I'll check when I get down to the gate, which isn't too far off now. So it's been absolutely fantastic wild camp. Really loved it. Wasn't expecting this morning anyway, this fantastic weather, and heading over to the gorge. As I say, added a lot more onto my journey, but so glad I did that. So you don't know when you get up here again, especially as the going is so tough with this heather. But next time I will be going along the opposite ridge up towards Sleven here, and actually I'll show you now. It's looking really nice. So it's still very heathery looking over there, so I'll have to keep that in mind. But when I get on top of the ridge, I'm hoping it's going to be a bit easier all the way along, and then maybe camp just above where the waterfall is. I think I'll just about make it out. Hard to in this light. Very frosty this morning when I woke up. First time I've been in a tent in a long time where there's been frost in the morning, but we are heading into the winter now, so it's got to be expected. When I woke up, looked across at the fly sheet, saw a great big spider on the inside. So if that had been my wife, she'd have been out that tent without opening the door. Mind you, I could have really done with my son to sort it out. When he was 1 year old, he used to eat them. Yeah, he denies that when I tell him, but he did. He used to eat them. So I may not keep that in, I don't know. The gate is just down there. A little bit more to go. I'll put this away so I can walk a bit faster, and I'll be saying goodbye from there. Stay away from those sheep a bit. I don't want to disturb them too much. So I'll sign off now, just to say what a fantastic wild camp. I mean, this is why I do it. I'm so glad that I've gotten back in the habit of doing this. Well, I never wild camped. I hiked for many years. Never wild camp, and wild camping is just a totally different experience. Totally different. You can actually enjoy things all the more, because when you're hiking, you tend to stretch yourself. You set a good distance, 8-9 hours in the day, whereas it took about 3 hours to get up there, and maybe I took 3.5-4 hours coming down. Would have been a lot quicker, but as I said, lovely detour. Hope you enjoy it even a fraction as much as I've done. It'll be worthwhile doing and sharing. So until the next one, cheers.